Hey everyone, Connie here, and welcome to my top 50 hottest fighting game characters update video. So I made this list um, like a while back. I don't remember exactly when it was, like 3 years ago, I believe. Because that's when it's not showing the date on the video here for me. I don't know why, but it's showing like 3 years ago for the comment on it. So 3 years ago, like 2019. Um, I made this video. I made top 50 hottest video game characters, and I really liked making it, even though like I used like still images instead of clips and everything, just because there were so many characters to cover, which I will be doing again here today. Um, I still thought it turned out well, and I still actually really like doing the research for it. But that was 3 years ago. A lot has changed since then, and so we're remaking the list with new characters added, different characters on there, different orders, and we have a little difference in the rules of this list. So last time I pretty much put it to any fighting game. Any fighting game is acceptable. If they're a character in a fighting game, it doesn't matter. They're allowed. This allowed characters like Naruto characters to be in there because there's Naruto fighting games. Allowed characters like Yang Xiaolong from Ruby to be on there because of the Blaze Blue crossover game. And so on and so forth. This time, it's only characters who originated in fighting games, or who are at least mostly known for that. Like Yang Xiaolong, not mostly known for video games or for fighting games. She's mostly known for the Ruby series. Naruto characters are known for the series, the manga and anime, not the fighting games. So if the character has to be like notably popular for the game. Like they have to be known, basically, for being from a fighting game. Even if technically their origin may not have entirely originated from that has to be where the core of their fan base is from, basically. I think pretty much all the ones on this list, though, are originally from fighting games. I don't know 100% if there's maybe a couple on here who aren't, but you're not going to see the likes of a Persona character or Freddy Krueger on here just because, he appeared in Mortal Kombat. You're not going to see stuff like that. So that is a huge difference to the list. Another difference is I'm going specific. We're not just talking about my favorite characters, but we're going to talk about my favorite looks from each of them too, and the specific game I think they look best in. So the game they look best in, like specific costumes or whatnot as well. Now some characters might be a little more simple. It's like, oh, it's just from this game, just in general. And some characters might be very specific. From this game and this specific outfit from this game. So I think it's a more interesting way to handle it, and it allowed me to see some costumes for characters that I actually had not seen before. And really made me appreciate some of the characters' just designs more and all the stuff you can do with them. This list also was definitely difficult to take down to just 50 because it's like there's so many fighting game characters out there, and a lot of them are very attractive to me. But I managed to do it. I managed to get it down to 50. And as always, because I am pansexual, it will include people of any gender. That really doesn't matter to me. While I think it's been made pretty clear on the channel and stuff with other videos, I do tend to lean more towards femme individuals, whether it be females or more femme males or even more femme NBs. While it is, I think, very clear I do tend to lean towards that in a lot of ways, that's not always the case, and there are examples of just all kinds of individuals on this list, even if many of them do still happen to be more femme. So just that's just it's just a taste, you know. But yeah, anyone is qualified for this. Again, as long as they are known for being a fighting game character. Um, and even in terms of the time that they've been out, doesn't matter to me because it's based purely on looks. Their personality doesn't matter as much to me, even though I might be taking that a little bit into account. Their backstories pretty much don't matter at all. I'm not even really focusing on their fighting styles. It's mainly just about their looks. The looks are the most important part because it's a list of hottest fighting game characters. It's a list that is based around how physically attractive I find them. Um, so that is going to be the central deciding factor for me. And my tastes do change. So this list, even characters who were on the previous list may not be in the same order on this one. My tastes change, things get rearranged a bit. That's just how top 10 lists tend to go when you're moving throughout time. Um, People change, people have different tastes, and their tastes evolve and move around a bit. So yeah. Um, and I'm excited to show you who I chose and the costumes I chose because again, it was pretty difficult getting it down to 50 because there were so many on here that could have easily made the cut and just barely didn't. Um, there were a lot that really just barely missed out. And I really I really feel confident, but at the same time, there are plenty that were just off the list that I really feel are very attractive as well. Just because they didn't make the list doesn't mean I don't find them attractive. So if there's a character you don't see on here that you think is extremely attractive, I might think that as well. It's just they're not in my top 50. Um, and on top of that, just as another note, kind of going into the entire um, thing about their gender doesn't matter, their age does. This is something that is obviously extremely necessary to quantify here. Um, I'm only considering characters who are of age, or if their age is like unknown, like they don't have a confirmed age, it has to be believable, like legitimately believable that they're adults. Um, if they're non-human and they don't age the same way, they have to read as adults. They like when you look at their character, when you see their character, they have to be like, oh yeah, that's clearly supposed to be an adult. Like if they're like a robotic character or an animalistic character, they have to read as adults still. An alien character, that kind of thing. And in that regard, yeah, any race and whatnot is perfectly applicable for this as well. It really doesn't matter if they're not human to me, as long as, again, it's based on attractiveness here. It's about physical attractiveness, and as such, that really isn't a qualifier here, at least not for me. um, but as long as they're of age, because this is, again, it's a list of hottest, it's a list of physical attractiveness, and it's not okay to think of that way about a child. It just isn't. It doesn't even matter if they're going to be of age soon. It's not okay. Um, they have to be at least 18 years old, preferably older, but at least 18. Um, so yeah, that's my qualifiers. As for the fighting games, they can be from any fighting game. It really doesn't matter. As long as, again, the characters are known for being from a fighting game rather than known for being from something else. Um, any fighting games are, no matter what era they came out in, even if they're like brand new, they still qualify. So all of that's good. That being said, this again is just my list. If you have differences of opinion, please feel free to voice them below. I would love to hear your thoughts on who are some of your favorites, who are the ones you see as the most attractive. Let me know down below, and thank you so much for tuning in. For now, I'm Connie, and I'm signing off. Hope you enjoy the list.